Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Princes of Darkness. Now, last episode, I made the biggest mistake of my life, and I said the following words. Let's name, as a group, Blue Man group over here, name pending, and we will put it to committee, and the most upvoted post, or the most upvoted comment on the last video will get to be the name of our character. Now, 2 comments appeared a lot on that last video, and I counted up all the votes for both of those comments, and we've ended up with 2 clear winners. And I've combined both of those names, as I thought that was fair, into one beautiful name. Our character, our demonetizing character name, is now Cardinal Not Hitler or whatever Terrorfish. Why did I open my big fucking stupid mouth and say, please don't name him Hitler? And then you guys did it. The madman. Well, I suppose technically you didn't. It's not Hitler or whatever. But there we go. There's our character. So I hope you're all very proud. What's our goal for this episode? Well, this game, I've sort of come to the conclusion that we should be playing tall, not in terms of like economy or trade or anything like that, but in terms of the actual character that we're playing as. We need to build him up as much as possible, make him as powerful as possible, because we don't exactly have armies in this. It's not like in CK2 where you either make a shit ton of gold or build up your provinces a shit ton and raids a shit ton of troops and kill everyone. We can't do that. You know, we don't have that option just because of the way the mod works. We want ourselves to be the bestest and the strongest in the world. And I've come up with some strategies for doing that. So number 1, steal all the great artifacts. So obviously we've got the guy that we saw last episode in Latium here in Roma with the Sword of Troil. Damage plus 20%, month prestige plus 0.5. Martial plus 2, diplomacy plus 2, personal combat plus 5. Very, very good. If we could steal that, I would like that because that's a nice sword. One of you in the comments, I think it was Thanatos, said there is another guy in a green province, east of the Black Cross. Lotharius the Master here has the Sword of Null, which is very, very similar, but gives pretty much the same effects, but without the diplomacy buff, right? Let me just compare the 2 swords there and see what we've actually got. Martial plus 2, diplomacy plus 3, whereas the other one is martial plus 3 and no diplomacy. So, in terms of pure strength, this sword is better. Now, can we get there? There is a major river running through his capital there. We'd have to go all the way through the Black Sea to actually get to that. Question is, can we sail down rivers? I'm going to assume no. Hang on. 6th bullet point. Fleets can navigate major rivers. Okay, I've changed my mind. We can absolutely go and raid this dude's house in Austria and take his sword there. So that's the plan. Now, how else are we going to get stronger? Well, there's a second option. We can simply eat a vampire who's stronger than us, right? I found this dude, Montano. He's a 4th generation La Sombra, so our character's vampiric great-grandfather, if you will. We're 7th gen, he's 3rd gen. So if we track it down far enough from our own family tree here, so there's the guy that sided us into vampirehood, him, and then his sibling, or his fellow vampire, I don't know how you describe it, is the same generation as him, and is 4th generation. So, what I'm thinking is, let's try and capture him in battle. Let's eat him dead. There's a couple of ways we can do that. We can obviously raid his capital when he's not out raiding, and try and capture him as we siege it down, or we get ourselves hostile to him by raiding his provinces, then find him when he's leading troops and defeat him. 148 men, though. We're going to have to be careful when doing it, because obviously if he's leading troops with 33 martial, we have slightly more martial than him, but he is a higher generation vampire than us, so he's probably got higher personal combat. If we can get him in our prison, we will eat him whole. We will eat his goodness, his nice bits, and we will level up in terms of our vampire power. At least that's how I think it works. That's how I've interpreted it. It's working anyway. We can also find some other vampires that do similar things. Like this dude is 5th generation, and we are, what, 6th? Yeah. So basically, anybody higher than us would be good to eat there. Now, there is the original vampire, Cain, somewhere in hiding in torpor. So he's basically lying underground asleep. We could potentially invite him to our court, even though he's in hiding. Higher tier. Lots of negative points there, because he is in the court of somebody higher tier than us. Princess Storyteller of Storyteller. So, what we can do is actually, if we become an Emperor level title, in theory, we should be able to just send him a gift and invite him to our court. I think that's how that works. Now, she's technically unlanded, but we can still invite her courtiers over to us. I guess this is just people who are relevant to the plot, but that can't exist in the world for various story-related reasons. Maybe they're like legendary vampires or something. Genius, canon, vampire. Wow. So basically, in any of these people would be great for us. So we'll see what we can do about that. So this guy's in our prison. He's just a very basic sort of 10th generation vampire. Nothing special. Why don't we just eat him for the fun of it then in that case? Why not? There we go. We have Diablerized him by Cardinal Not Hitler or whatever of Castile. What the hell have we done? Now, we're already a Diablerist, which is, you know, frowned upon by other vampires. So it doesn't really matter, in my opinion, whether or not we do that again. And that does regenerate our blood magic. Should we have left him around until we actually wanted to eat him properly? Yeah, probably not a bad plan. Another thing last episode we did, I almost forgot to mention this, was we got Prince Pons de Capdulaire, who was apparently some sort of story-based character, canon in the lore of World of Darkness. He has a bloodthirst, but he's pretty good. We've started him off well. We're educating him ourselves. He's got some great traits there. You know, gregarious, zealous, diligent, obviously incredibly good there. He's strong. He's a Crusader, which is great to know that he's fought for the Christian faith before we turn him into a horrible, horrible vampire. So in the eventuality we die horribly, then this guy's absolutely going to take over from us, and I think he's going to be a pretty good character to play as well. So our goal is to take over Angelasian. I think we can maybe get that done by this episode. 148 men versus our 80. We're going to need more strength before we do anything like that. So why don't we try ahead? Why don't we go ahead and try and take out these people here? Now we can... What? Oh, they've only got 9 men. Really? What happened? Oh, they've actually barely got any men of their own. We could just holy war them. Uses Casabella to siege all titles held by the Infidel, Emira, Tabitha, Al-Masari, blah, 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 blah. What does that do for us? We lose 100 piety. Fair enough. We gain it back, though, if we win. We gain 50 prestige, and we gain plus 3% moral authority. Can other religions join her in this? It doesn't seem to indicate that other members of her clan, I should say, Ashira, can join her in that one. So, I feel like we'll probably be safe doing this, right? So, why not? You know, why not just try and take her out? There's no reason not to. We get refunded on our upfront cost assuming we win anyway. So, you know what? Let's do it. We can call in allies. Welcome aboard. And, of course, we're an incredibly good commander as well. So, even if we did suffer in terms of troops, I don't think there's really anything to worry about. Because we should make up for it in terms of our, you know, pure martial combat. And that's just CK2. You can't change the hard coding on that too much. We'll expand a little bit. Once we're done with that... Oh, hello. They did have allies. Was it that just traditional allies then, maybe? Non-aggression pact. Why have they joined? Do you know why? I mean, it is a holy war, and I was kind of expecting other people to join for the holy war, but I wasn't planning on it. You know, I wasn't completely banking on that happening. We'll still be fine, because we've still got way more troops than them combined here, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's lead the charge. Let's give ourselves a decent commander. So we've got our daughter-wife there, and we'll get Diego as well. We should probably make our son a commander, because he's obviously incredibly good with his 39 martial, or whatever it was. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly. You are sacked in favor of... Oh. Well, we can just have our granddaughter do it anyway, because she is slightly better. Diego's incredible, though, so we won't necessarily move him off the flank there. And that was an easy victory. We captured someone in prison. Is she the same? So she's the same generation as us, so we could just eat it for the fun of it. Perfect. We've got this person. Shakia Tarira's initial haven defensive have been penetrated, but they're too powerful or lucky to be captured. We could Diablerize them. Okay. We could choose a general to lead the attack or call it off. So... Sorry? So we've imprisoned her, but... Oh, no, we haven't imprisoned her. We were going to imprison her, but now we've got a vampiric event based around that. Fuck it, just eat her. If you attack, choose to lead the attack, okay, against Shakua Tahir, you will put yourself at risk. However, should you succeed, you would Diablerize them and gain their blood power. Do you want to lead the attack? I mean, yes, I feel like we are stronger than her. What's her personal combat? 30. She has 23 martial. Our personal combat is 36. So we are better than them in terms of martial and personal combat. I'm going to give it a go. You've died. Wow, okay, why the fuck not, eh? Why the fuck not? Just suddenly die for no explanation, no reason whatsoever. Why did she beat us? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense there. Cardinal Pons du Cap Dula. Sure. God damn it, Cardinal Hitler or whatever. You were the chosen one, and now you... What's this guy, 7th gen? Player Descendant? It's Descendant of a Player Vampire, intrigue +1. Canon Descendant, Descendant of Canon Vampire, intrigue +1. Okay, that's fine. He's also Canon as well, intrigue +2. Excellent. 7th generation. Well, shit. Now we've got to find ourselves another vampire to eat to try and get ourselves up to a decent generation of power. I can't believe that. Am I right in thinking this is the blood potency? I'm not going crazy. Oh, blood potency 1. There. Right. So what was the blood potency of our last character? Oh, God, he had a lot. So I'm going to assume the actual generation we can't change. So surely over time we're going to get weaker and weaker. But I suppose our blood potency is how powerful we've become over time compared to what we were born with. Okay, I see. Let's go for hunting, because that seems appropriate as a vampire, the best thing we can do. We are secretly the Canaanite heresy. What is that? What is that, though? What does that do for us? I don't know. And I don't think that's right. So you know what? I'm gonna renounce it, and we'll talk about that later on. Shit. Well, okay then. Leave a comment, and we'll rename Cardinal Pons du Capitale, because that's a horrible name, and I can't pronounce it. We'll give him something better. Please, for the love of God, be something more original than not Hitler II or some shit like that. Because, by God, YouTube are going to come down on me like a sack of shit. Burgos, speaking of coming down on us like a sack of shit, let's avenge our father, Cardinal Not Hitler, Blue Man Group himself, who died horribly. I will confront Ludolf and reveal his dishonest ways to the world. This is the society we're part of, then. No, because we're not actually part of the society anymore. Oh, we're part of the Twilight Order. What the fuck is the Twilight... Oh. Oh, I like this. I didn't realize this existed. Well, this is better for us, because this will actually give us martial personal combat. Rather than stewardship. Okay. Remain on board. This seems like a good plan. Alright then. Oh, God, this was not worth this war then in hindsight. Got our father killed over 2 provinces. Unbelievable. We should probably definitely chase these troops down, because they could cause us some issues. Alright. What's this guy's personal combat? 13? He's only got 13. I suppose he's a very young vampire, though, isn't he? Damn it. Is it determined by personal combat? I don't know, because this game isn't telling me anything. But, I mean, if it is, I definitely don't want to be fighting anyone in that case, because we'll just probably lose again. We're getting the trait Brave. Hey, that's a great start. Good work. Cardinal Pons du Capital A, soon to be renamed. Alright, let's just salt these down. We can. We've definitely got more than enough men to do so there. We lost a couple of vampires. We lost 1 more vampire. We're 99% war score. Let's take out the capital, and that should be that. Have we had a major battle yet? We have 3. Okay, awesome. And that is done. Thank you. My father will be avenged. Oh, they've still got... Is that a different province? Seriously? There's a different province? No? I thought Holy Wars took the whole duchy, but no, that just took a... Just took a province. Okay, definitely not worth it then. We threw away our good character in exchange for next to nothing. Understandable. I need to check that Casus Belli again, because that doesn't seem right. Oh my god, look at that. Jihad, and it is a county level target. Wow, okay, this is going to take us decades to actually build up to a decent level. Huh, that's a little annoying. Galicia, could we convince you to become my vassal? We need 6,000 prestige, I guess not then, eh? Okay, understandable, have a great day. Navarra, what about you? You are my brother? My nephew, okay. We could border dispute our brother, but that's probably not the best plan. Give this Elder Dynasty all of your titles, then what? Do we play as him? How does that work? Oh, also, more to the point. Oh, they're just of our dynasty. I was going to say, if that's true, can we not just give it all to this dude, for example? We could awaken him from his torpor. And then could we play as him? Oh, no, he's a separate house. We are the first ones of House Terrorfish there. Okay, right, well, let's see what happens if we do this then. Give him all of our titles. Fuck it. Do we just get game over at that point, or do we play as him? That's my question. Sure. Let's do it. Okay. Well, that worked incredibly well, because now we've got Navarra, and we're playing as Cardinal Fulgencio d'Italia. We're not quite as terrible. 62, we've got 8th generation. Oh, shit, that's not ideal. Blood potency 5, so it's a little bit better. It's a step in the right direction. I feel like that was a good plan. You know, we've unified the realm a little bit there, and we've taken back Navarra. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Not great, but fair enough. This guy's part of a different clan again, Via Noctis. And what do you need to be able to join this one? Is he another... No, he's still a Sombra. I didn't realize we could actually join other societies. That's my mistake there. I just thought they did all the same thing, but they actually have different things that they do. Interesting. Right, okay, I'm just an idiot then. So we're part of the, no longer part of the Twilight Order, obviously, because that was our last book. What is this one? Via Hyron. How do we join that? We need to have the trait Barley. That's sort of the Satanic Society. Via Noctis. When we get to the highest level of Paragon, we get Intrigue +4, Plot Discovery. Wow, this is basically bonuses to all of our plots there. Awesome. We're going to rank up and gain ourselves some Intrigue and Plot buffs. That seems pretty nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my god, we can only hold 2 provinces as this dude. You're useless. What is wrong with you? Okay, it's a little bit annoying. What is our best province then? I mean, it's probably gonna be Navarra, to be honest with you. Let's take a look. Oh no, actually this one is much, much better. Let's move the capital back here then. Make that our capital itself. Want to keep any sort of 4 holding provinces, I suppose. We'll keep Navarra, and we'll give everything else away. That's a pyramid. Yeah, I think keep Navarra. What about Toledo? Toledo's not bad either. Let's compare that one to Navarra quickly. Navarra has more supply, and what about in terms of taxes? 2.3. This one would give us 3. Oh, you know what? I think I'll keep Toledo as well. We'll give away Navarra. We'll just give away the whole duchy. Who would like the Duchy of Navarra? My good friend, you can have that one because I'm feeling generous. There you go. All right, we'll give away... Oh, shit, no, I want a province on the coast, though, don't I? So we can actually raise some boats. We can't raise vassal fleets either. Nope. You know what? We'll worry about actual management like this later on. Yeah, whoever wins the name giveaway, we'll give it to this dude instead, obviously, just because he is the character that we definitely want to play as. He's shrewd as well, which will give us a lot of decent bonuses here and there. 31 martial is still not bad either, so... Right, okay, we can spend some tech points. What do we want to spend it on? So recruitment will give us retinues. Now, retinues, as I said, would be very, very powerful. They would definitely change the tide of any battles that we have there. Might be a bad plan. It's one I normally go for myself. It depends what buildings need, I suppose. Got feudal influence there. Cavalry, obviously light infantry, burgher influence, underworld. I mean, I am probably just going to stick with the retinue plan. because that does seem like the best idea to me, just to give us those bonus troops. Seeing as we don't really have any troops as it is right now. Prince of Castile, you'll do. Abbot, you'll do. Inquisitor, you'll do. Are we married? We are indeed. Who is she? She's 6th generation Ventru vampire. Okay, weird. And she's Roman? Roman? Okay, understandable. Have a great day. Is she any good? No, she's 28. She's quite a young vampire, actually. I don't think she's very good at all. I'm going to get rid of you. Goodbye. And we're going to find someone better. Someone else, as in our aunt. We're going to marry our aunt. Our father's previous wife and our blood relative there. Or not necessarily blood relative, but vampire relative. That seems pretty nice. Cut down this game. So I'm going to go ahead and learn Resilience 1 because I feel like the personal combat traits might be more relevant in this one. So let's go ahead and take that one. You've increased your Master of the Blood. Sorry? The only thought you can think of is for your dire bloodthirst and how much longer you can go on. You are starving. You faded out of consciousness. Only awakened to a near frenzy. You must have blood. Blood and blood. I didn't realize our bloodthirst was that bad, to be honest with you. So we're going to have to go hunting. And this is quite nice because we can actually test it out for the first time. Let's find a mortal in our court. We do have the hunting focus, or at least we do now. Let's go and find a boy to consume. Court, let's take a look. You look pretty human. Horrid born? Homid born? Homid? Werewolf? Well, you're not human at all then, are you? He is. He definitely is. Hunt mortal. Yeah, here we go. Nice. Eat him dead. Did anything happen? We seem to have... Oh, a hunt mortal. Oh, 0% chance of him getting wounded, but 75% chance of him dying. So we must have just got the 25% chance there? No? No? Unmortal? Uh-huh. Ah, there we go. Finally. Gothic was hunted and drained of blood, killing them. Bon appetit. Now we've only got dreadful bloodlust rather than whatever it was before. Mortal blood taking it easy as well. That's a bit annoying. Great, so now we're going to have to hunt a shit ton of other people. Okay, we're no longer thirsty. Thank God for that. Right, we can also take concubines, apparently, which I didn't know. So we might as well take whoever we can as a concubine, I guess. It doesn't really hurt that much, does it? All right, nice. What have we got available to us? Extort subject. We're definitely not going to do that. We can invoke resilience or vigor. Now, what did that actually do for us then, the vigor that we learned? Gave us martial +4. Personal... Wait, vigor? No, hang on. We didn't learn that. We learned resilience, wasn't it? Toughness. Martial +1. Personal combat and defense +10%. Hey, that was pretty good. We can also learn something else as well. Celerity? Why not? Increase your mastery of the blood. We now have bloodthirst. Understandable. We can get rid of that pretty easily now that we have the hunting focus. Giving us martial, personal combat, movement speed, pursuit, and retreat. These are definitely worth doing the second you can, aren't they? They're insanely overpowered. And this is the first example that we've had of this. So a big part of this mod is keeping up the masquerade, sort of the hiding in the shadows and not revealing that you're actually a vampire, or that vampires exist. Lopesword Princess Sepia violate the silence of blood, revealing Sepia is a vampire. The masquerade has been breached. What shall be done with him? We can make him forget because we have the Dominate 3 trait. We can ignore him, we can bribe him, or we can kill him dead. I feel like we should probably kill him. 0% chance of him getting a trait wounded, he just dies. Fuck it. Right, he is dead. Knows too much. Oh, that's cool. Princess Sepia has violated the silence of blood, revealing themselves as a vampire every time. The masquerade has been breached. What should be done with her? This is not forgiven or forgotten, Princess Sepia. Order my Templar to arrest her. Forgive her, or forgive her for a favor. What do we want to do? She's my wife. Is there any downside to just straight up forgiving her? Well, we can forgive her, but I don't know why you would ever pick forgive her over forgive her for a favor. So we'll absolutely take that one. She's going to owe us a favor and like us a little bit more as well now, in theory, at least she should. Or she doesn't. Okay, understandable. Thank you, mod. Nope, she definitely doesn't care. Do I wish to mention my new childie, Princess Milia? Is that supposed to be like Yoldi English? Yes, I will tutor my new childie, Princess Milia. Okay, so what's the plan now? I want to keep expanding, but, I mean, doing so is going to be quite difficult, seeing as apparently we can just die instantly if we try and capture anyone in battle. So, I think we definitely need to do what I said at the start of the episode and play as tall as possible, make our character as strong as possible before we expand out. So, sorry, as you pass by your treasure, you stumble upon Princess Sophia digging through the coffers. How much money has she got? Is it worth throwing her in prison? She's got 15 gold. I mean, last time we tried to forgive her, she didn't give a shit. So yeah, throw her in prison. You know what? She's fucked me off for the last time. Hey, guess what? You're going to get eaten to shit. Blood potency 4. What have we got? Blood potency 5. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. We are also a Diaboliarist. Oh well. Let's find ourselves a new wife that isn't going to unveil the Masquerade or whatever it was called. Who have we got? There's a... Sorry? Eshu? Born of the Dreams of Middle East. Firstborn Fae? So she's like, some sort of strange fairy lady. Okay, fairy lady. You are my new wife. Congratulations. Oh, she was one of my concubines as well, apparently. Alright then, we need ourselves a new concubine, 2 while we're at it. There's no one. Well, we'll deal with that later on. That's not too important, things we can't actually have kids anyway. Okay, what do we want to invest in then? Feudal influence level 1, definitely for those other buildings that we did not yet have access to. And there we go, we've actually got 3 more buildings we can build now. Or 2, because we didn't already have the Simple Haven. But that's good. I think we're going to go raiding, try and capture someone of high blood potency, try and get ourselves a decent artifact to buff ourselves up a little bit. And again, play the tour game. Look at this. Absolutely mad stuff. It says we have 1 boat, but we have 2. Unbelievable. Right, let's take our 2 boats then and go and get ourselves 20 gold, I guess. But obviously, more importantly, the prisoners and the artifacts that we can try and steal for ourselves. We've actually got just enough boats for 2 men, so that's worked out incredibly. And we can level up in our society. Nice. We can go up to Mentor. This is really good. So this will hopefully protect us from, like, enemy plots specifically. Because I imagine the AI is probably doing the plotting much more than I am. Mainly because I don't really know how to use it effectively. So, where do we want to hit? Well, let's go for Latium again. Try and steal that nice sword. Plus, you know, anybody who has got high blood potency then basically is who we want to go for. How's he getting those ingredients? He's part of the damn Hermetic Society. How has he done that? Yeah, I really have no idea. Okay, well, we'll ignore that then. Alright, so, Latium first. Again, we're not really in it for the gold. As much as I'd like to grab some gold, we need to wait till we get the next level of smuggling, or fleet building, as you and I would know it. So that we can get those sort of bewitched pirates, and that will give us more galleys as a result. Now, this guy is outleading troops. Where is he right now? He's on Sicily. We could send our troops to fight his troops, and maybe try and capture him in battle. That could be something we do. Now, as he's having to take boats over to Sicily, chances are he hasn't got a very decent amount of troops over there, and we didn't get his artifact either. So let's get on the ships. Probably some peasants. We're already full of gold. That's unbelievable. Let's head over to see how many troops he's got here. What is that thing? T-pose werewolf with... I genuinely thought, looking at it from that angle, that werewolf had a big old werewolf donger. I genuinely thought we had some T-pose werewolf donger there. That's horrible. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's stand here. Let's let our... oh, have we got decent blood potency here? Oh, 7. And a 4th generation vampire. Don't mind if I do. We might as well try it. I will accept this gracious hunting dog. Thank you. We will name you Hunter, as is a more vampiric name, I think. Alright then. Let's... we might as well salt them down just for the shits and giggles at this stage. It's given us piety, so I don't really mind too much. Let's try and attack him, defeat him in battle, and take him as a prisoner. What is that thing? Oh, the T-pose werewolf has moved in. Nice, we did it. We didn't capture him, though. Well, let's chase him down. Finish him off. This isn't giving us any prestige either, I suppose, because we're only just raiding, so it's not like we're in a war or anything. Victory again. Somehow we got victory, despite the fact that we have less troops. Maybe it's my incredible commanding. I'm not entirely sure. They have ran away. Basically, anybody we can capture in battle would be incredible. Good dog. Nothing. T-pose werewolf, though. Holy shit. That's incredible. Let's get the troops back. Let's build some buildings. I think we have to wait before we, until we get extra boats before raiding's going to be worth it. We've got to rely on our tech spread rate before we can actually get those ships, despite the fact that we now have the 1 level in smuggling there. But the tech spread rate in this mod seems pretty huge. There are a lot of buildings that increase spread rate by quite a significant amount. You see there plus 30%, plus 30%, plus 10%, plus 10%. It goes on. So... in theory, it shouldn't be too long before we can actually build that there anyway. Now, it doesn't have any tech advances at all, but we've only got 2 ourselves, so you kind of expect that at this point. It's just all luck-based at this stage. We actually have a valid Casus Belli for once. We can claim somewhere for one of our vassals, and I'm absolutely going to do that just because this guy has a pretty decent amount of Spain. It's going to give us this province here, which gives us, of course, more neighbouring provinces there. It actually gives us a neighbour with this one as well, so more room to expand into. Definitely worth it, I think. We've got just about enough troops to make this work well, I think. I don't think we really have to worry about it at all, do we? 73 troops. Okay, yes, we've just about got enough troops to work. Obligate the vassal. Couldn't care less. We're in the middle of another vampire war. Get our troops together. Now, again, we can lead troops because we've got an incredibly good martial stat. It's about all we've got going for us at this stage. Just move in, siege it down. I think we'll be as good as done there. 8%, 28%, 40%. Wow, that was pretty fast. Kill their troops. And then once we've killed their troops, we'll spin back around. Oh, or we'll just capture them in battle. Okay, fine, done. You know what? No, we haven't, though. Because we have to do this fucking shit again, which is probably going to get us killed. 23 personal combat versus our own 25. 36 martial versus his own 31. What about his skills? He seems relatively unskilled compared to us as well. Should we give it a go and probably die? Let's give it a go. Do you wish to proceed to lead the attack? Sure. Oh, he escaped. He escaped our vicious attack. They succumbed to torpor shortly after escaping. Your involvement is known. Huh. So, he is now our adversary. They think they have the opinion of us killed their father, but we didn't really do that. He's just gone into torpor. I guess we dealt him such damage that now he's having to go into the slumber there. And now our claim has ended inconclusively. What kind of mechanic is that? Oh, you beat him in battle horrifically and sieged all his lands. Hey, guess what, though? Fuck your war, and fuck you too. Thanks, game. Alright, I guess we'll declare yet another war. Let's claim it. Brilliant. More prestige for me, though, so I can't really complain too much, I suppose. Okay, take two. This mod has some really weird mechanics that I'm not sure I agree with the design decision of, but there we go. But what do I know? I am just a lowly YouTuber. Look at the animation on that. I love the way she's walking with her arms so far outstretched. That's incredible. Julian saw Bishop Teresa violate the silence of blood. Kill him dead, and then we'll kill her dead as well. Again, this is another thing I don't disagree with, or another decision I do disagree with, I should say. I don't understand, is what I was originally going to say there. We can either forgive her and gain a favour and increase opinion, or just forgive her and increase opinion. But if we click that one, it doesn't work anyway, because apparently she doesn't give a shit whether or not we've helped her or not. So I'm going to assume the tooltip is just wrong in that scenario. Alright. Chip away at the morale. Assault it down, because it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's 100 troops versus 31, so I don't really care that much. Let's take this one out as well. So ideally, this seems ridiculous, but ideally, in wars, it's more beneficial not to hunt down the commander. Otherwise, you've got an event where either you die or the war ends inconclusively. Unless I suppose we absolutely straight up kill them, but I'm not even convinced that can happen. Fuck it, 100% war score by doing it the regular CK2 way. Hey, there we go, nice. Okay, a little bit more expansion. We've unified a lot this episode, you know. Way more than I thought we would, considering the amount of fucking deaths we've had. We can claim more stuff for our vassal as well. Huh. You know what? I feel like this is probably the best Casus Bello we've got, to be honest with you. So let's absolutely do it. She's got 125 men versus our 150. Ooh. A little bit more dangerous, this one. And only 25 men difference. And of course, as we've seen, it really is determined more by the composition of troops rather than the actual number of troops themselves. And obviously, the commander makes a huge difference in this, too. So again, let's get our best commanders here. Something I forgot to do last time. We've got Diego, Alonso, and Fulgencio di Italia, who I'm sure is going to be probably named some shit like Hitler II. One title could be assert, the Duchy of Toledo. I would be taking that one if you don't mind. We might as well keep it for ourselves because we've only got one duchy right now, so it's worth it for the prestige, because obviously the more duchies you've got, the more prestige you get per month, so that's definitely probably the better play there. Definitely, probably. I'm a very short person. Alright, assault that one down, because we have the 1-to-10 ratio that I quite like doing with assault. Kill their troops. But now be careful. Don't go into battle with them too much in case you accidentally capture the leader in battle and are forced into an event where you could die or lose the war completely. 66% war score. Well, I'm throwing away all my troops trying to assault this down, to be honest with you, just because I want it done quicker. Was that an ally? Did I just assault down the wrong thing? Oh, no, but their capital's over here. That's my mistake. Alright, hello. We're here to take out your capital. They're already at war with someone else as well, so that's pretty convenient for us. I would confront him about dishonest ways to the world. Yeah, why not? You know, we've got plot defense. I suppose he also does have, because he's in the same society in that case, but that's fine. We're not going to get control of these sites if we win that, so let's leave and not bother with it. Alright, let's try somewhere else instead, where we're actually going to gain the war score for sieging it down. 86%, 93%. And again, the ultimate goal of the series is Reconquista. When we've done that, I might put it up to a vote to see whether we want to carry on or not, because it's a great concept, but there's so much to learn and so much to take in that I feel like it would be more suited to me doing a campaign or two off camera, and then coming back to it when I'm more experienced and it can actually show off the features of the mod a bit better and do it more justice, rather than seeing shit like this. Big T-bone. Wow, that was a Freudian slip, but, you know, kind of where I was going with it. Big T-pose, full-on donger werewolves there. Not too comfortable with that. YouTube's not going to be either. Okay, let's put the troops down. Can we press any more claims on anyone else at all? We can actually jihad this dude, because he is Gangrel. What is Gangrel? The savages of the vampire lower clans. Primal, hardy, and animalistic. Oh shit, well that's opened the door quite significantly then, because we've got jihad against these guys, jihad against these guys. Obviously these ones as well when... Oh, actually we can just do that whenever. Assuming we've got enough loyalties, which is going to take freaking ages, judging by the loyalty we've actually got right now. We are humble, though. We got humble because the White Stag eluded us, because we are a hunter. And then Andalasia is the ultimate goal, but they've got... they're a little bit too strong for us right now. We could potentially, you know, give it a go and maybe win, because there's not actually that many troops that make up the difference, but I'd rather wait until we're in a stronger position. Leave it there for today. I'm going to do a lot more research, and I'm going to actually probably start a secondary campaign to do some testing as well for the mod, because there seems to be lots of sort of ups and downs in terms of the actual mechanics of the mod, and I need to get my head around the how the events actually play out despite what they say they should do. Let me know what you think of the series. I'm not sure where I am with it right now. I'm not completely in, but I feel like it could grow on me once I get used to the mechanics. Anyway, shout out to our top tier patrons: Big Dick Timmy, Sean Thornton, Zachary Harris, Harik, Lucas Holting, Haydog, Crosis, Gabriel Van Does, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Logan Thorne, Conspired T, James Ogilvy, Escape, and Jackson Whitman, and everybody else who has backed at the not-so-crazy tiers: Nathaniel Lindbergh, Brandon Wintoniak, Necrophilin, Felix Deal, Princess Ugly the Dragon, Nick, Noblesse, Quet Latchley, Zar Reven, Facundo Vasquez, Paul Master, Imperator Augustus, Jack Allen, Chancellor Sheev Palpatine, Iron the Lizard King, Llewellyn Thomas, Joran DeVries, Euphrates, Duncan 2 and 7, Jordan Campbell, Astro, and Sidini. Thank you all for your support. Again, let me know what you think of the mod. That's the sort of important thing right now. It's in a weird place for me, and I think I'll get used to it over time.